Hi guys, so it's looking more and more likely that we're going to get a Brexit deal. Now, I'm going to let you hear Ursula von der Leyen, the President of the European Commission, and then I'm going to show you some headlines from reports from different media outlets that are pointing in the direction of some sort of deal. So let's hear what she had to say.
We're on the very last mile to go, but it's an essential one. And we want a level playing field. We want a level playing field not only at the start, but also over time. And this is the architecture we are building. And we are fine about the architecture itself, but the details in it, do they really fit? And these are crucial points because, again, it's a matter of fairness. It's a matter of fair competition, and we want to ensure that.
So what she's talking about here is this level playing field. And it seems that Boris Johnson may have agreed to it in principle, but they have to work out the nuts and bolts of it. Now, what I'm talking about is there is a report here from The Guardian. It says here, a Brexit trade deal possible within days after Johnson concession, says the European Union. Now, the European Union are saying that Boris Johnson has made a concession. Downing Street are rejecting this idea, but of course they would do that. Now, this is from Politico. It says EU sees narrow path to Brexit deal in coming days. So in a sense, the path has narrowed. So some of the issues that were a problem before seem to have been taken off the table. And I want to point you also at how the markets reacted to this. So this is the value of the pound versus the euro. You can see here during Monday, it increased in value against the euro. And then towards the end of the trading time, it sort of tapered off. And here is a report from poundsterlinglive.com where they say here, pound sterling in 1% gain on euro and dollar as odds of Brexit deal grow. Now, of course, the currency markets are not the tool to use to understand whether politicians are taking the right decisions or not. But it does seem that Boris Johnson is willing to concede on certain issues as we get closer to the end of the transition period. Now, some people have been talking about the possibility of a mini extension or some type of grace period in January for allowing trucks and aircraft or whatever to move in and out of the UK until some sort of deal is hammered out. And even some Brexiteers have been talking about allowing extra time for Parliament to sit and review any deal in order to get it through Parliament. So the idea that it wouldn't be necessary for Parliament to sign off on a deal before the end of the transition period. It could be signed off sometime next year, which is interesting because Brexiteers, especially within the Conservative Party, have been extremely hardline, and they seem to be becoming a little bit more flexible. Now, of course, these are the Brexiteers within the Conservative Party. This is not Nigel Farage or people outside the Conservative Party or outside the government. This is people who at the end of the day will vote on this. This is very important to remember. Some politicians will be voting on this. Some people who are outside can say whatever they want, but they will not be in Parliament when it comes to a vote. So I don't know how to read this. It seems that there's a possibility of a deal, but of course we've been down this road before. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think is going to happen. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee. So why not check it out?